Francis West here from sunny California. I'm going to be sharing a little bit about the video called Creative Worship. It is true that we need more creativity in our worship. Often we don't even know the songs that are going to be played on Sunday morning in church, let alone create a whole choreography on that song. So we need to come up with other tools, help to be spontaneously planning steps or planning spontaneity. There are many ways where we can make certain movements look like it's actually a choreographed dance. One very common and much used tool is mirroring. So you stand in front of each other, facing each other, and you're going to raise the same hand as the other one, just as if you were standing in a mirror. One person is going to take the lead and is going to do some movement, which the other person is going to mirror. After a while of moving, it's good to take turns. Now there's a lot to be said on the spiritual level also about this movement. It actually is submitting to one another. We usually want to do our own thing and we don't want to copy anybody because we have our own way of doing stuff. But this is actually an amazing exercise. I have done this exercise in jail, and people who had no connection with others, who wouldn't follow anything, did their own thing, were usually, most of them were in tears after doing the mirroring exercise. And of course, mirroring, you can do it in different rows, so the person can mirror from the back. With people in front, just do what they do and mirror in different rows. Another way of doing it is echoing, which is, say, I start, I do a 4-count movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I hold for 4, and somebody else does 1, 2, 3, 4, for example. But that also can look like it's a planned thing. Another thing that I really liked from the video was the north, east, south, west. It is true that often we are invited by a church to come and minister, and when we go there and look at the venue, it's often a very small, confined place, carpets, stairs, the works. So if we have a larger group and we're invited into a small church, the way to still move around would be in a group. And say we're standing in a group with several rows of dancers, and the person in front is going to do a movement. And the other people do that with him or her. And they do another movement and another movement. Start by giving your back to the congregation, because even if it's a small spot, that makes a strong statement. So you start with your back to the congregation and do something, and they all do that. And after a while, that person says east, for example, and makes a 4th turn. Doing this, somebody else is now in the front, and because the congregation would have a sideways view of the dancers, it's not very productive to do stuff where they can't see what you're doing. So it's good to do sideways movements so that they can actually see what you're doing. Then that person after a while says south, so they turn to the front, and then that other person is going to do some different steps. Could be a grapevine and something like that, and everybody does it. Back again, so you do it 4 times, so the last time, west, it's again sideways. So here again you should do something that the congregation can see, even if you're doing it sideways. Then there is also, with the echoing, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but one dancer can, or a group of dancers can do a 4-count movement. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold it for 4 counts. And then the other group does the same thing, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the first group goes again. It's actually very helpful to practice these things regularly in your dance rehearsal time. We find that when we don't have a very hectic schedule of so many dances that we have to rehearse and go through, if we have time, it's also a good doing these kind of movements together, gleaning from each other, following each other, taking leads, not having one leader, but have everybody get a chance to lead. You get a variety of movements that way. It really, really foments a stronger unison between the team members. There's more a sense of, hey, we belong together, we're a unity. And we know that God loves that. That when we love one another and we worship Him in unity, that He just loves that. So that's another reason why to do this. Just practice and have fun, and you'll be surprised how you can make some spontaneous movements look choreographed in a very short time. Thank you.